Hey, my name is James Nicholson and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to talk about house prices in the UK. We've got some new data out for July. It's just come out on August the 1st and things are looking pretty good for house prices. So I want to talk about why that might be, what the expectations are going forward, and who's this data from, because that's really, really important. Now, on this channel, we look at various different data sources. So we look at Rightmove. Rightmove gives us the data on asking prices, and that's an indicator on really where sellers feel they are at the moment. And if they're launching to market but they're dropping their asking prices, it shows that the market is likely to move down. We look at Nationwide, we look at Halifax data on sold, and we look at the Office of National Statistics data as well. So this video is going to be about the nationwide data. I always like to listen, as I say in every video, to all the data sources, but particularly I do like to listen to the mortgage companies, the lenders, because they kind of have a crystal ball. They know what's going to happen pretty much for the rest of 2024 now. So it's always important to do your own due diligence, but also listen to all the data sources you can. So before we jump into this, as always, if you haven't done it already, do subscribe to the channel over there and hit the bell notification. And while you're here, smash like, tickle like, do something to the like button. That really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Just in case you're interested, I'm in the south of France in Tillette at the moment. Got a few more days here. My little baby Amelie is in there with my partner Katie. I'll be in there in a second as well. So this is the nationwide data. They're always first to go each month, and they're saying that house prices on an annual basis now are up 2.1%, which is not bad at all. So that's where I kind of like it, when we have just soft increases like this, not crazy like we did during the pandemic. Now this is not got house prices to back where they were at the peak. The peak house prices that we've had were July of 2022. We're not quite back at that peak level yet, but house prices on average are 266,334 according to the nationwide data. Remember, you'll see different data and that will have different statistics. This is just Nationwide's own data. And so, yeah, we're house prices since the peak, which was July 2022, we're down 2.8%. So not loads, no crash as yet. House prices are suffering more at the higher end of the market. There are people downsizing. So if you're investing in flats or you're investing in any property that's let 3 beds maximum, really, those sort of prices are being fairly resilient. It's the top end of the market that is struggling to sell at the moment because of the high interest rates. So what else is going on in the market? So the July figure and how much we increased was 0.3%. That was more than all the analysts were expecting, which is pretty good. And that really has brought that annual level back to 2.1%, which is still pretty good as well. In fact, the last time we had more than 2% growth was December of 2022. So it's stable, I would say. So this isn't a runaway up or down this year, and especially on an annual basis. If you're looking to buy a property, to invest in a property, I think it's quite easy in this market. It is a buyer's market still, to be able to negotiate at least 2% discount, if not 5% discount off the asking price. So you can get some good deals, but what's keeping prices fairly high is that there isn't loads of sellers, there isn't loads of buyers. Transactions are just ticking along. Lots of people are out of the market at the moment, just waiting to see what happens. They want to see interest rates come down, which we saw yesterday with the Bank of England. They want to see mortgage rates come down. More importantly, we've had a bit of that over the last 2 weeks as well. And they want to just see if house prices have peaked or if they're really going to start crashing down. People don't want to buy at the peak and then see house prices go down. So mortgage payments data we've got here from Halifax as well in this report. And so the take-home pay required to pay for a mortgage at the moment is on average 37%, which is a lot of people's take-home pay. Just to give you a comparison, 2019, when things were a lot more normal, before we had that massive spike in house prices during the pandemic, you needed 28% of your take-home pay in order to afford house price. But things are getting better. So wages have been going up more than inflation. That is improving affordability. So that 37% will start to creep down. Not quite to the 28%, but it will start to creep down. Also, with mortgage rates going down as well, that will improve affordability as well. So people that are getting mortgages now, the ones that got them last year, those are the ones that are real tough ones. When it was Liz Truss in charge and you had 6% mortgages, 7% mortgages, that has brought that average up to 37%. Now, if you get a mortgage, you can get 3.9, you can get 3.99, you can get some 4% mortgages. There are some 4.5% mortgages. They are significantly better than they were a year ago and 2 years ago. So things are moving in the right direction. So Nationwide feel that one of their big statements here is affordability will improve over the coming months. How will that impact house prices? Well, potentially it could mean that they go up a little bit. My expectation is that we'll have another fairly flat year. So I think by the end of the year, you'll still be at around 2% up. You'll get some months where it goes down a smidge, some months where it goes up a smidge. But all in all, I don't think you're going to start seeing runaway 5% this year. I don't think you're going to see 5% up or down this year. I think it's going to be a fairly stable market. So that means it's on you guys, if you're buying a property, to negotiate those discounts yourself. When you know that there isn't lots of buyers in the market, it's easier to go to a seller and say, look, I want 5% discount and I'll be able to move quickly. Especially if you can do things like get yourself in a cash position, you can complete fast, you're not in a chain. These sorts of things are what you want to talk about when you're looking to view properties and when you're looking to put offers in and potentially buy those properties. So yeah, it's interesting to see the market has been more resilient than people said. I remember when I started this channel 2 years ago, I was getting bashed a lot that there was another YouTuber that kept saying, he said it now for 2 years, you may know this guy or not, house prices are going to crash 35%. Well, they haven't. They could. I don't think that's likely. I think as affordability improves, it will just make the market that little bit more resilient. We've still got a massive shortage of houses. I think the one thing that could bring the market down, if Labour did suddenly manage to find a way to build these 1.5 million houses, then that means that there would be some competition on the market and sellers would need to get more competitive to sell. But I think as rates are going down, you'll see mortgage lenders putting rates slightly cheaper as well while the market's slow. And I think that will just keep this market fairly stable. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm really interested to know. So yeah, 2.1% up annually, 0.3% up in July. Not a bad month. So do give me a smash on that like button, guys. Do share this video, subscribe, check out all the other content on my channel. I'm going to go for a swim over there. I'll see you tomorrow.